Hey, what is going on, everybody? So I had to come inside and make this video because my phone overheated outside because it's so damn hot. So it's hot in here, but not as hot as out there. So I'm gonna try to make this video real quick, okay? Plus my phone's about to die as usual. So I want to jump into this topic about experienced real estate agents, the biggest mistakes that I see them make, and that's the fear of leaving their split brokerage. Now, there's a lot of real estate agents that are experienced, meaning in my book, they have at least a minimum of 3+ years, 3 years or more, and they do, say on average 10 transactions a year. In my book, that's an experienced agent, okay? At least multiple transactions, even if it's 6, 7, 8, doesn't matter. But the bottom line is, at some point, you're gonna grow in your career to where you have outgrown the model that you are currently in. And if you're agent number 400 or agent 90,000, whether the brokerage is small or big, you want to probably ask yourself, how much are you going to stay at that brokerage, considering that they are taking a percentage of your net take-home pay every time you do a transaction for them. So let's break this down. So there are brokerages out there that are split, which I think is an awesome product and an awesome model for agents that need a lot of guidance, that need training, that need a lot more help, that need mentors and things like that. That's good because you got to pay to play. You're going to pay somebody to help give you that guidance, and in return, they make a little bit off of your commission. Understandable. But once you get to a level of experience to where you can do it on your own, my question would be, how long are you going to continue to pay a brokerage or a company or individual to profit off of your labor when you can take home your net pay? Some brokerages will say on average they want to make $20,000 off of you before they let you be 100% commission. Now keep in mind, if you cap at $20,000, from their taking their net pay home out of your commission, and you keep a percentage and they take 20K, that 100% restarts over from your cap date. So you don't stay 100% forever. That's not how that works. So if you went to 100% brokerage, you are 100% from day one and stay 100% forever, and all you pay is a transaction fee, which is way more minimal than giving a brokerage $20,000. So if you stay with a company that's split, and let's say you stay there for 5 years after you've obtained all the skills you need, then you stay there an additional 5 years after being there year 3, then that means they've taken, let's say 20,000 is their limit. That means they're going to take $100,000 away from you over 5 years. I don't know about you, but $100,000 I could do a lot with. And if I accumulated $100,000 in 5 years, I would value that, you know what I mean? Because I can't get that back. So my question would just be, and it's not to challenge, it's not to condemn. Some people, I'm making this video because I talk to a lot of real estate agents and that are experienced. And what I find is they all say the same thing. They're like, I'm afraid that I'll lose all my leads. Okay, if you're afraid you're going to lose your leads, just keep in mind, you are the brand, not the brokerage. Nobody has bought or sold a house from you just because of the brokerage you joined. They bought or sold a house from you because of you. They like you. They work with you. That's why they refer you. They don't refer the brokerage. They refer you. Another fear that people have is they can't transfer all their listings. Now, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Unless it's a new construction, which is challenging to transfer, okay, that does have some barriers. But if it's a resale, the broker does not give a damn if you leave or not, and it's not as challenging as you think. They have a transfer and release form. New brokers will sign off on that all day. Your previous broker might have some problems because you're leaving, but if they have problems, it's not because they really care. They know that you're a top producer and you were making them money. So they're probably going to be a little salty at you trying to leave. But if they really have your best interest, they will sign the damn form and let you go on about your business. But at the end of the day, whether they're salty or not, they just want to make sure they get paid, guys. This is a business. So if you're not their moneymaker or producer anymore, as long as they're getting paid or if they get credit for the listing, then that's okay. So that's just pretty much how that works, okay? So basically get a transfer and release form and then have that signed. The brokers will work that out for you. Don't let that hold you back. Another concern that I hear experienced agents say is they love their culture. They want to stay within their team. So I get it. Sometimes culture matters, right? It does. I'm not going to lie. But it's not like you have the only great culture there. There's a ton of good people in real estate. There's a ton of people you have yet to meet because you stayed in one situation. So it's just like a job. If you've ever worked a job, you left one job, even though you loved your coworkers, and you might even like your boss, which is rare. You might have gone to another job with a higher paid position and more opportunities, and then you're going to meet somebody else who's just as good, and you develop new friendships. It's the same thing in real estate. I find it funny that a lot of real estate people come out here and tell employees, hey, I'm an entrepreneur. Why would I don't want to work for nobody. I don't want to have a boss. But yet you're afraid to leave your brokerage, just like people are afraid to quit their jobs and bet on themselves. What's the difference? my thing is, don't live in fear. And this is only applicable to the agents that are afraid to leave for those reasons. If those reasons don't apply to you, then this video doesn't apply to you. But I'm just saying there are agents out there who are crushing the real estate business, but they're not owning their whole net take-home pay. And I'm not saying pay is everything. Of course, you got to value culture and training, but don't live in fear. There are people who believe that 100% brokerages don't train. That tells me you haven't done your research, because after the pandemic, there are 100% brokerages that actually have more training than some of the split brokerages. You just got to do your homework. I actually encountered that for myself. I'm not going to mention any brokerages' names because I don't want to be in any type of association of bashing or uplifting one over the other. But I will say I left a brokerage that was a split brokerage. And after year 3, I left and went to a brokerage that offers 100% or a split. They have 2 compensation plans, so you can choose the one you want. And if you get in one and want to change later, you can do that. And they have revenue share. They have a lot of things that a lot of brokerages are offering. So, and no monthly fees. So there's a lot of things they give you. They give you listing tools, pretty much free on the house on your first couple of listings, I believe. And they give you a sample packet just to show people on the listing presentation. That's amazing. You get a lot of free branding. You know, it's a young brokerage. It's not public yet. But basically, I joined a brokerage that offers a lot of things that I'm getting the same at my previous and more options and opportunities to exceed my business. So guys, just keep in mind, this is your business. You don't have to be married to a brokerage. If you have a friend or a relative that's a broker and it's hard for you to, you're kind of like, I want to grow more, but I don't want to tell them this. These are the video. This is who I'm talking to. If you're afraid because you have a good relationship, guys, it is your business at the end of the day. Don't be afraid, because guess what? As long as you stay in that situation, every time you get that commission check, you will not receive full compensation until you're 100%. And you're going to have to give them at least $20,000, maybe even more, just to be able to do that, or a little less. If you're okay with that, I guess it's up to you. But me, if I got experience and I'm good enough to write my own contracts, list my own houses, build my own team, and take those skills and I can do it myself, I'd rather go somewhere where I'm actually compensated fully for it and not partially for it. It just makes better business sense. I hope this video helps. Don't be afraid. Have faith. Overcome fear. All right. Many blessings.